What's up agents, Patrick Wolf here. Welcome to another Division 2 video. Today's video is going to be a state of the game recap. State of the game just finished about an hour ago. We got some great news. I'm going to do a quick little recap video to summarize everything. It is for Warlords of New York, the big expansion which changes the whole Division 2 pretty much. It's basically a new game. I'm going to recap everything they said. I'm going to show you guys all the good pictures. It's just going to be a recap video. If you want to watch the full state of the game, I will leave a link in the description below. So let's get straight into this video. The first thing I started off with was a priority alert. So basically what they said is when you guys get your when you pre-order the game, you get to level a character up to level 30. You can only use your materials once. So you get a whole bunch of resources and materials. You can only use it once, but it is shareable between all of your characters that you create, which is cool. I mean, if you guys want to start a new character and get a boost straight away, that's not too bad, but I wouldn't recommend it. Just grind the game, just get up to level 30. But if you're in a rush, I mean, it does kind of help for you, so that's not too bad. Next up is from tomorrow, you get a free, well, it's not really the weekend, it's from Thursday, from February 27th. It's a free weekend to play the game. So whoever was wondering whether or not to play the game, even though the price was really low, you guys can play it for free. I don't know why they're doing this, but they are. You can play it for free, test it, and see whether or not you want to buy it. Probably because they want people to buy the new expansion. But I mean, I always recommend it. It's very cheap. The game is still cheap. Definitely buy it. And also, if you guys log on from tomorrow, we get a special mask. I'm not sure what it looks like, but that's what we're going to be getting. Also, they addressed the social bug. So I don't know if you guys know, when you're playing the game, everyone seemed offline. I couldn't invite any friends. They're trying to fix it. They didn't say they fixed it, but they said they are working on it currently. Then we had their developer interviews. So pretty much I'm going to go over what they were talking about. So when Warlords of New York drops, you will play through the campaign. Now there will be a lot to do, but once you completed the campaign, you get access to both Washington, D.C. and New York, and you can move freely between the two. So you'll have to complete the campaign. It'll take a few hours. I wouldn't say more than 8 hours, but that's obviously not including all the seasons and leagues and everything that was just implemented into the game anyway. They then spoke about target intel. Now, target intel is going to be completely removed from the game. So previously, you would need target intel to carry out bounties. And if you ran out of target intel, you couldn't do the bounty. Luckily, they have now pretty much removed that, and you can just go on ahead and farm away on bounties without having to go and do target intel. They also then spoke about gear changes. They kind of were making us sure that we're going to be enjoying the new gear changes. You know, loot will be easier to see. You will see chevrons on top of your loot to know that it's god roll. It's just going to be better for farming loot. We're going to be getting better items. The higher the difficulty of the missions, the better the loot. They just spoke about how the gear changes are going to positively affect the game. And personally, I think it's going to be great. Gear 2.0 sounds really good, and I'm looking forward to it. Then the juicy part started. So as you guys can see, season 1. Now a few things have been blanked out just because they don't want to spoil too much of it. As you can see from the picture, there's certain dates where we get different types of things happening. There's different leagues. Polarity Switch, which starts on March the 24th, which I'll be explaining a bit more in depth soon. There's a new Urban Jungle apparel event, Reanimated, Guardians. Now Reanimated, for some reason, they actually spoke about zombies. Hamish mentioned zombies, and he asked them about it, and they kind of laughed. They giggled. So you'll probably find that you kill an enemy, they come back to life. That's what I'm guessing. So kind of like zombies, but we're going to have to wait and see with that one. So this is what they said. It is a bit confusing, but they basically, I quote them, every 3 weeks a new target unlocks. A week after that, a league starts. After that, a global event starts. So every week a new activity keeps the game fresh. They're just going to be continuously upgrading everything, putting new items, new things to do, and it seems like it's going to be great. You know, more gear to farm for. We're going to be getting caches to unlock. There's a whole bunch of content that's coming to the game. So when Warlords of New York actually comes out, there's going to be a manhunt system. Now the manhunt system is going to, as you guys can see from here, is going to only release a week after the game launches, just to give us some time to get to grips with how Warlords of New York actually works. So we're going to be seeing here every section of the map is going to be a big boss who governs it. Now every section with that big boss, all the enemies are going to be using a specific skill. For example, let's say the sticky bomb. So the sticky bomb is what you obviously want to get it right. So you would need to kill the main boss in that area after doing all the necessary missions. and then you can actually unlock the skill. So far they said that. They did mention something later on about that it might only come later on, but we're going to have to see. They weren't very clear about that, but that's what I heard. Also, if you change the difficulty, because on the top right it says normal, if you change the difficulty, like for example heroic, which is going to be an option, heroic actually resets all of it, so you can redo it again on heroic, which is pretty cool. So just a quick, well, as you can see from this picture, they kind of briefly went through it. Now, it was quite funny during the live stream because people kind of picked up on the pictures what kind of gear set that was very fast in the chat. I did as well. It's quite funny. It's the same color, the same design and everything, but we'll get to that just now. So there are quite a few levels to this. There's 20 pages, so 5 times 20 is 100. So basically we're getting 100 levels, and you get different items for each level that you level up. Now the top track is standard items. The bottom, now here's the thing guys, the bottom is premium. So basically this is what they're saying. At the end of the 100 levels there will be an exotic that you actually get, a new exotic which you can unlock through playing the seasons. So you actually have to pay for the bottom premium reward track, but in the first season it's going to be free. So they said that you won't get any advantage, even though it seems like it's pay to win. There is no advantage for the bottom track, but clearly more loot means more possibilities of getting better items. So I completely disagree. So the first season we're going to get it both for free if you own the Warlords of New York expansion. So we're going to have to wait and see, but I feel like we're going to be getting more stuff, possibly better items, more cosmetics. So they said it's actually 10 euros for the premium, which is quite funny. But you know what, guys? 10 euros, what do you want? I'm personally going to do it, but should you guys do it? We're going to have to wait and see just how strong this is. So I'm not too sure about that one. Then next up, I'm very excited. Guys, Striker is coming back. Now, before we start talking about this, I just want to have a look at this. We're going to see this picture. So 15% weapon handling, fire rate. You guys can read the rest. It's pretty much how Striker used to work in the Division 1. I don't think we get the healing though. It doesn't say that we get the healing, which is quite funny. Now, a lot of people are getting hyped up for Striker. Let me tell you guys something now. My personal opinion, system corruption is a lot better than Striker for what I'm seeing. Way, way stronger. Now, the reason being, instant armor kits. 100% instant armor kit is insanely powerful. If you guys know this game and how, armor kits, I've always been saying I want an instant armor kit. Now I can finally have that. For me personally, system corruption looks way more appealing than Striker. But obviously for like PvE content and more DPS builds, it depends on how you want to play. But I'm more excited for system corruption. Let me know in the comments which set you guys would choose off the bat. If you want, which one are you looking forward to the most out of these two? Next up is going to be global events, which happen in seasons. Now the first global event is going to be Polarity Switch. So positive enemies are yellow, blue is negative. The agent has blue and yellow on his right arm or on his arms. So if you see blue enemies, you have to switch to your character to blue or yellow, corresponding to the NPCs, and then kill them. For example, if you don't do this, you get shocked, but if you do, you get stacks of damage. So if you want to see the full details, they show some gameplay. Go check it out. Go watch the stream. I will put a link in the description below. So if you melee an enemy, it changes their color. If you reload or swap guns, it changes the agent's color. So that's pretty interesting. It's a bit gimmicky. It's just, I think it's cool, but it's not something that I'm really too worried about. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, but we're going to have to see. Personally, I don't think it's the biggest deal. I know in Division 1 it was pretty cool. We had some interesting ones. As you can see, we get a whole bunch of daily rewards. There's a whole array of challenges, things to do, new rewards to unlock. So it clearly goes on for quite a while. And you can see by the pictures I'm showing you guys, there's just a whole bunch of challenges, day 1 challenges. Eliminate positive polarity hostiles, eliminate negative hostiles with headshot kills. All of these things will increase your shade tech and everything in between. So it seems like it's going to be quite potent, to get new loot and to get better loot and to rank up and to be on the leaderboards. So they do go into a lot of detail, which I'm not going to do on this recap. But as you guys can see from the pictures, it looks really cool. There's a whole bunch of crafting reward caches, season caches. We also get a new charm at the end. We also get exotic caches, recall caches, whole bunch of stuff that could potentially give us insane new loot. So it's very exciting. I'm looking forward to grind this, to farm this, to play this. It looks really nice. And then finally we have leagues. So leagues just offer a bunch of challenges. As you guys can see, there'll be outcasts for the first one. So we'll be doing different missions, completing stages, ranking up, and you basically get new rewards. You get rewards after playing leagues. There are leaderboards, so the best players, they say, will be able to complete the leagues in 1 week. So it doesn't seem like it's going to last too long, but we do get new rewards and stuff like that. Then finally they spoke about the crafting bench. So the crafting bench, it's going to reset back to blue. So we're starting new, fresh. You won't actually have to upgrade it yourself. It will scale with your level, which is great. Good to hear. Also with exotics, it's true. The rumors were true. You need to keep your exotics. Do not delete them. Do not deconstruct them. Only deconstruct the ones that are duplicates, because they're actually going to keep the option available till later on in the season, where you can actually craft your old exotics to the highest max level cap, but you can also farm the exotics to level 40. So that's great. So keep exotic parts and keep your old exotics. That's what they said from the developer. So guys, we did get a lot of new information. I didn't go into too much depth. I just wanted to show you some pictures, keep it brief, and just to allow you guys to see what I saw and what I got from it. No PvP was mentioned. It was great though. We got seasons, leagues, new striker gear set. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Thank you for watching this quick recap video. Yeah, and I'll be seeing you agents in the next video. Peace out, guys.